Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. So, Nikia and I will be here shortly. Okay, so I got my phone horizontal down, so I had to figure out where to watch. We will be here shortly. I'm trying to see if Nikia is joining, but we're going to come back. We are doing our live today. Let me see. I'm looking for Nikia. Y'all, I like it horizontal. Well, and I haven't even had drinks. But I think Nikia is, nope, there she is. Okay, wait. So send me a request, Nikia. So it looks like we're going to be able to do it now. Nikia's going to kill me. I know. Don't laugh at me. What do you mean I'm the wrong way? Why can't I be side? Oh, okay. I got you. I don't know why I can't do it this way, because now you're going to get a lot of boobs. But hopefully that'll disappear. Okay, Nikia, there you are. Nikia. Mike Dunstan, are you
Show
in
your
Birmingham? Find me.
boobies.
Girl, you just covered them up. Thank God your video came up. Because I was
No,
like, let me do it this
no, ain't
way.
none of
But I guess
it
it doesn't work.
doing it that way. I'm like, what is she doing? Look at like that looks goofy. That looks
No, silly girl. When you do other stuff, like when you do Zoom and StreamYard, you can turn, when you're doing StreamYard live, you could turn your video sideways, your phone sideways, and the video adjusts. So I just assumed Instagram needs to catch up. You need to
not
be able
only
to
does
turn your phone
Instagram
how you
need to
want to
catch
turn it.
up. The one thing I cannot stand is after we finish the live and you put it on your timeline, when I go to download it, we're out of sync. And I'm like, Instagram, fix it.
I know. They need to get it together. They so busy trying to get threads up and running. Y'all need to fix Instagram. Start with that.
Tell it.
Start with that. Right? Get all the things right with Instagram. Y'all had a good thing going, but it needed to be perfected. Now you're trying to have a whole other app, and you're already part of
Girl,
Facebook. I mean, get
over
it
here
together.
cussing, like so upset because I try to share it with the YouTube family, and then there was one commenter that was like, "Y'all need to work on y'all quality," and I'm like, "Please, ma'am, I love you. I thank you so much for watching, but no, I'm trying."
She said, "My quality on this." Girl, what do you think this is? Like a network TV? It is what it is. What, girl, please. Y'all need to work on your quality. Are you seeing commercial breaks? You think we can pay for this? You better get what you get or get. I'm like,
there's
what?
only so much I can do.
Your...
We're in 2 different states. Now, if you were here, I got all the equipment, girl. I got all of it. But you're not, we're in 2 different states. Anyway.
Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. Girl, but let me apologize because y'all, Nikia is so on top, and I have to give her credit. She is so on top on us being on time, on being doing all the things correctly. And I drove from Atlanta to Birmingham today, and I forgot about Birmingham, Alabama being on Central Time Zone. So I'm in the car. It's 4 something. I'm parking. I'm like, I got time. Girl, went to get something to eat. Like, when I was like, I got time. Girl, I know. And like I went before I came up to the hotel. So I'm like, and when I got to the hotel, registration, I asked the woman who is not an American whether, because you called me. I'm like, what's she doing? Call me at 4 o'clock. I'm like, but I couldn't answer. But that made my brain go, something must be wrong. And I said to the lady, I said, is this Eastern time? She said, yes. I said, oh, okay. And then I can't remember what I asked her. She said, but our time is different from Atlanta. I said, well, Atlanta is Eastern time. She's like, no, we're an hour behind. I said, girl, you on Central time. She said, I'm so sorry, I'm not American.
I had to look because I've never traveled because you're at the NABJ convention, which I would have loved.
Yeah. Where you should
Jackie,
be.
we need to. Okay. We will need to have a conversation because next year is going to be here in Chicago, and I hope that you're going to be here. Okay, so
I'm already making plans. Oh, I'll be in Chicago.
Please put me on the itinerary so we can get to.
Girl, done and done.
Okay.
I mean, that's a no-brainer. But you need to be here today. I haven't even gone over to the conference yet. I'm going to do this and then I'm going to run over there. So Mike Dunstan, who I saw in here, text me and tell me where you are so I can find you. One of my dear, dear friends, longtime friends, journalists. I'm getting ready to hook up with everybody because it started on Wednesday.
No,
I'm just getting
not a
today
problem. I wish I was there. I would have loved to link up with you and we kiki and do this live. You know,
I know.
Amazing.
That would have been so cute.
It would have been amazing.
Yeah, that would have been cute. But all right, wow. Nah. So yeah, I'm in my hotel room, sitting on the floor. There's this huge window, so that's my natural light. And it is what. Listen, girl, it worked out because I was worried about Wi-Fi sometimes can be.
Yes, it looks good,
but this is
clear. Everything looks good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because, girl, where do we begin? We can always begin with Miranda because I got things to say about her. But where do you want to start?
So I wanted to start and just say, overall, the whole theme of this episode, I like some of the things that they touched on. My favorite, I think, was, pivoting or getting back into the workforce. And, you got kids, you're a little bit older. How is this going to work? There's a whole new generation, a whole new flow of the workforce. And I'm speaking on Miranda and Charolette, getting back into things and how Charolette was like kind of hung up on weight. So I love that. It was so like, I don't know. It just gave me like relatability. I think a lot of women can relate to this episode. So I loved it. But anyway, Miranda, let's talk about her.
Girl, how dare she? How dare she say to Carrie something about going too fast? I was like, what? How dare
Girl,
you?
I was ready to fight her.
Like, what? Girl, I was waiting and it was just bubbling up. I was like, when they were at the brunch and she was talking about it and all that kind of, you could see Miranda was coming back there. I was like, don't you dare part your lips. Don't you dare.
The freaking audacity. And I'm so shocked. Here's what, because when Carrie took and she was like, I want to tell you something. I thought Carrie was going to say, now, how dare you come at me when you was over here doing all the things.
Fast, quick, and in a doggone hurry. Left your, cheating on your husband, left your child, went to California, doing the thing in Carrie's apartment.
You're coming to me about an ex, Aiden, who I wronged, and
another missed opportunity for the writers to just be like, ta-dow. I mean, Carrie need to be like, B-word, what? Girl, I'm sorry. Wait, what?
Like, excuse me? I could not. I said moving too fast. Really? Now we have a restraint on time? Now that you're not with Che and Carrie is...
How dare she? How dare she? Fix her mouth. I couldn't believe, I was in shock. I was like, I had to pause. I was like, I had to get up and walk around the room. What did she just go?
I had to rewind it, girl, because I was like, let me make sure I heard this correctly, because I just know this ain't the pot calling. What? I just know she didn't say this. Girl. And she did it with such ease and said, and here's the thing that though kind of pissed me off with the writers with this. In the Sex and the City, Carrie would have said something. You don't
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if Carrie would have said something then. I don't know. I have to think about that. But I feel like
she wouldn't have said it
I
like
don't know.
me and you, like, what?
No, and she didn't have to.
Excuse me.
She didn't have to do all that. But she needed to say, excuse me. What did you say? What? I'm sorry, what? Miranda, that's not fair.
No, but she would have been like, she would have said it in a very like witty, kind of like funny, like addressed it in a like, oh,
Yeah.
you know how Carrie does in her like,
I can see Carrie
like in a
saying, say what now? Like I can see her, she plays with the vernacular a little bit. I can see her kind of going there and saying, say what now? Like that would have been, that was a missed opportunity for the writers. To be like, because everybody at home felt like we felt. It was like,
this
girl,
I don't want. Let me tell you what, Miranda
like,
has
what?
gotten her you can speak on other people's relationship card revoked.
Revoked. She needs to be like, I don't care if Carrie and Aiden start having sex on the table at lunch. She needs to be like,
you have no room to say, I don't want to even see an eye roll. Don't give me side eye.
Nothing. I mean, she needs to just nothing, girl. That was like the biggest thing for me. I couldn't get past it, and it happened so early. I was just like, you guys kidding me? What? No, I couldn't get past it. But can we talk about, but I do agree with what she said. I do agree that Carrie and Aiden do need to slow down. Miranda can't say it, but like Charlotte, oh my gosh, she's so, but it's like they didn't have anybody at the table to say it. It should have been Miranda, but not after you've given us what you've given us with Miranda. Miranda has no place to say it. But I do agree. I mean, it's too soon. He can't even go into your apartment. The gymnastics that they're trying to do with where they're staying at Che's house, pretending to be her cousins, and all this mess, staying at the hotel, and spending all that money. It just, it just doesn't make sense. And then, for her to say that maybe Big was a mistake, girl, I mean, after all we've been through, you get with Big, right? We find out his name is John at the end of the season. So now we got this whole relationship through movie 1 and movie 2, but all through Sex and the City. You got him. It was all, in Paris and all this stuff. Now you're going to try to say, I get the actor Chris knows is dealing with some shady stuff, and they want to distance themselves. But as a fan of the show, let's separate the two. Big is Big, right? And we are invested in him as a character that we grew to love and appreciate, and we love Carrie and Big. We're not going to erase that. How dare you? How dare you try to make it be like all of a sudden she's like, I made a mistake? What? No, we remember, Carrie, when you couldn't eat, when you were in Mexico, when he when he almost stood you up at the altar. Now
After
maybe you made a mistake.
Girl, we dealt with Paris, Mexico, New York. I mean, we have gone around the world for this man and rooted for you, even to the point of you breaking up that man's marriage with Natasha. Yes. And you mean to tell me now, girl,
it's a mistake? Because he's dead? Like, was it a mistake when y'all were you seemed happy to me, and your bank account is pretty happy. So wait a minute, you giving that back? What are you giving that money back? Where did the mistake begin? I mean, girl, I was like, no, y'all are not going to make, I get that Aiden was an important part of the Sex and the City story. And I'm happy to see where this goes, even though in my heart of hearts, I want Aiden to be like, no, this is going to take some time. I'm not ready. But now she's we this and
so
we
then,
that.
and I'm glad you said the we this, we that. So with Seema feeling the way that she felt, because I don't know, I am having a hard time trying to really understand Seema's point of view, but I get it, but I don't, right? Because like, I feel like the way she went about it, and it was a little immature. Say it with your chest. Like, if there's an issue, immediately, don't let that shit fester. I've been learning this in therapy. When you hold on or hold a little grudge or whatever, it starts going, you start ruminating, you start doing all the things, right? So I was just trying to understand, like, the thing that Carrie's wrong. Y'all was supposed to do the summer house thing. Okay, get it. You don't want to be a third wheel. Like, yeah, it could be a little uncomfortable, but like the whole, you're in love and I've never had a love like that. It's giving jealousy, girl. What does this mean? I don't know what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah, and she said it. She said, how it's going to make me feel because you're in a relationship and I'm not. That to me seems like it's rooted in jealousy. You've got something and I don't, and that's going to make me feel bad. Listen, I appreciate her being honest, but I need some maturity at this point in time in life. Like, now, granted, I probably would feel some kind of way if I was planning on a girls' summer in the Hamptons, we sharing a house. Now you want to bring your man. Like, nothing irritates me more than a woman that can't go anywhere without her man. Like, everything is supposed to be a girls' brunch, and here he comes. Here you come with him on your hip. It's like, what are we doing? Does he have to go everywhere? You can't have a girl. Like, we got to see this brother all the time. So that, I get that, because there was a commitment. And again, it's going too fast. Now you're going to change your whole summer? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, to me, the weekends that he's there, go back to Manhattan and, but you can't even go to your apartment. This makes no sense.
That was another thing, too, with Carrie. If now is not the time, that she should have got that a new apartment. I'm sorry. You could go somewhere and make an apartment cozy in the whole cozy feel that you are so desiring.
Girl, I know how the widow's gonna come for you. They said that it makes sense for her to go back to the old apartment because the new apartment is too, or the old place was too uncomfortable. And I guess Carrie, that's where Carrie feels comfortable.
Like, that was cool because it's been a year now. We've gotten time to, whateve that looks like. But now you got a potential new man that you're going to be frequenting, to have to get hotels, Airbnb Che's place, then Che
and lie about the Airbnb. We cousins and all that kind of people calling Che. And I'm like, come on.
This is not
over this.
Feeling rooted in a mature relationship, and
no. It's getting off to a bad start. Really
so
bad
I was
start.
Like, I'm seeing like growth from Carrie, but then I'm also seeing this like lack of like relationship maturity, because for her to want to go to Aiden's, to the farmhouse, I know Carrie was me and Carrie
and meet the kids. Girl, I need that farmhouse to be a shack. I needed to be a shack. with like, you flush the toilet and the hot water stops.
They have a sign that says, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown.
All the things. And like, I feel like she wasn't genuine. And when he was like, I want you to meet my kids, like, it's too fast to be introducing kids in this whole scenario. Who is this, Papa? This is the woman that broke my heart. What did he say? You broke my heart. Remember that?
Yes. Yes. I will say that's growth, you know, with her willing to go to the farmhouse, because if there was one thing that was very, very relatable with Carrie's character, is she didn't do, I don't do farmy and all of the squirrels, and I don't do it either. Yeah. Don't the animal.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I mean, he won't come into your apartment where you live. So now you're motivated to find a new place. And but you're gonna go and meet his kid. How is this relationship evolving when he's got this huge barrier of old feelings
that's not
that
exist at all?
At all.
That's the huge problem.
At all.
Is we blanket it with sex, and that's gonna only go so far, and then there's gonna be a blow up.
Oh, wait. So my special Rajanelle said, Carrie doesn't care about kids. None of that relationship seems genuine. She's lonely and Aiden is familiar. Yeah. Yeah. Debbie Rickiel says she can't wait to see the farmhouse. Yep. Me too. Yeah. Carrie, Rajanelle says, Carrie has money and so does Aiden. Rent an apartment. If you got rent an apartment for the summer. But I do feel like she needs to me, table that. Like, hook up when you can hook up here and there, but that summer needs to be with Seema at that house in the Hamptons, because that is the commitment that you made.
I agree.
You know,
I agree with whomever said that, because I was just thinking, like, we could solve this. Both of y'all have money. Carrie especially has the funds to have a second apartment, or from her marriage mistake, or even moving, which I've always been an advocate of. So I done told you now. Listen, I got criticized for my opinion, but the widows have spoken. They said it makes sense that she stays in the old apartment. You on your own out there. Forever? I don't know. I don't know. If you're a widow, weigh in. Weigh in. Because I need a timeline. Like, okay, if it's a situation where, like, it got really serious with Aiden, who was hurt by the whole essence of this place and what it represents, then move, Martha, move. Like, girl, what is we doing? But I think it's too soon for her to be making all these decisions. Okay, so Debbie says, I'm a widow, but give me the question again because I lost. Okay, so here's what last season, when Carrie was looking for a new place, she wanted to move out of that fabulous place where he built her a closet and all those things. And we were like, why are you giving this up? Right? And then it was like she was looking for someplace else and it just didn't feel right. So she went back to that old apartment and we were like, why? And there was one woman, I should say, and she was very lovely. And she was like, she was widowed and she understood Carrie's decision to go back to her old apartment because the comfort, the familiar, after losing your husband and all those things. So Debbie, what do you think? Do you agree with that? That's the whole backstory of it. That's the quick because backstory. I think now, I wouldn't say, okay, stay in where your husband, where you let him die. But definitely. I hope the DA is watching because where you let him die. Thank you. This is a big was murdered Stan account. But please don't go back to that, is what I'm saying, where she's in now. Please find something that's cozy and comfy, and not that. It just is showing me like, I don't know. I just feel like you're going back, way too back in time.
Somebody said daggers. Well, yeah, but I read somebody wrote somewhere. I think it was in an article or comments in the article where they were talking about how Carrie's apartment is too juvenile for her, like the twin bed, the shelves right above the bed. It's just like how we were talking about that coat that she had on, that full Windsor puffer, the formal puffer. Like, girl, listen, move. Okay, so Debbie said, as a widow, 4 years after my husband passed away, I moved. I had to start over. My husband passed away in my house. I'm in a new house with just
Oh,
my memories in my heart. Oh, I love you. That's so sweet. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so perspective. So, Debbie, what do you think? Is it time for Carrie to move? You know what I mean? Because last season she went back there because she needed the comfort, right? Of something comfortable. She couldn't stay. But is it time for her to move? Because if we look at the time of the
I
show,
would
is
say,
it 2 years since he died? Is it 3 years? Because remember, they
I
fast
feel like
forward a little
it's
bit.
only like been a year and a half. It hasn't been like 3. I want to say it's like a year. I think they're using the seasons, right? Like season 1 year,
Yeah.
season 2 2 years. So because I do believe in one of the earlier episodes this season, she said something like, my husband died last year. So that,
Right. Right. Gina
Mhm.
Dunlap says it's time to
Yeah. I
move.
mean, like,
Yeah.
you can make it that cozy, comfy, whatever it is that you're needing. And I understand from a standpoint that the writers may have wanted to bring it back to that apartment to kind of anchor us back in the Sex and the City time.
Yeah.
But I
I think
honestly
that's what it
believe
was.
that we can find something less juvenile. I honestly believe it's still giving childish. It's giving immature. Grow up and get a nice home, have a window somewhere where there's a window and you could
Girl, and a
please.
king size bed for the king, for the tall king in
Yeah,
your
he,
life. What is
he
he,
just
like 6'5"? I mean, his feet would dangle off the bed. It doesn't make sense. Debbie says it's time to move. She said I should have moved
yeah,
sooner. Maybe 2 years.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's time. We're gonna go with
Yes,
Debbie.
just
It's time to
like,
move.
and then that
Yeah.
way, because for me, it also shows the fact that you have the money to move, you have a friend that's in real estate, you have like all the things for it. Just is showing me that, like, and from this episode, like, you're not completely sure of the relationship, and rightfully so with Aiden, because it's still very early to now let me,
Yeah.
but even just for you and your growth, just freaking move already. Like, let's just
Yeah. Yeah. It's time. It's time. China, the actress, says, move to another spacious condo. That's not overwhelming. Roger Nell says she seems to be the least mature character on the show. I don't know. Miranda is
sure.
giving her a run for her money these days. Still avoiding grief, still wearing her old clothes. As a woman in her 50s, there needs to be more development. Charlotte is winning.
Because if you
Yes, she
remember the
is.
beginning of this
Charlotte is
episode,
definitely.
Carrie and Aiden are talking about they had been days in that hotel, not an overnight stay. He said, who's closing the
Right.
blinds this time? I did it. And they started
Right.
reciting this, the CBS receipt of all the times that they've closed the blinds. There's something wrong with this. No.
It's for all this. It's all right to hang out with him and just kind of, see, you need to let things marinate and see. It's been years since they dated. They are two different people. You just can't jump into something where you left off in most cases, right? In most cases, people have evolved. They say all the time, who you would have married in your 20s or 30s is not who you would marry in your 40s and 50s. Okay, well, we're in the 50s now. So what we doing? What are we doing? Like, are you sure that this is the right love connection? Yes, he was from your past. Things worked out, but you cheated on him twice. So what? So what? So when the next Mr. Big comes along, we breaking Aiden's heart again. What we doing?
Right.
Like, I mean,
There's
come
too many
on.
things I feel that they're not addressing, and once the honeymoon stage is over, and you know, you're using sex
Girl.
as a band-aid, that's gonna wear off. That's going to wear off,
Girl,
sooner than later.
yeah. And once that chicken jumps on her head, it's a wrap. It is a wrap, pretty wrap. I give her one time. Listen, she's not a kid person. She is not an animal person. It's not gonna work. It's true.
I am envisioning that fucker pecking her.
Patrick just joined. Patrick, we're saying when Carrie goes to the farmhouse, it's gonna take that chicken landing on her hair one time, and it's a wrap. She gonna leave everything. She just gonna walk out and go to the train. She's just gonna walk out the door. It's true.
Done for. Because remember the squirrel, girl. You remember?
Yeah. She is not about the animals. She is not about the kids. This is disaster. This is a disaster in waiting. Now she got to move. That's going to be a disaster. Roger Nell said, wait until she steps in chicken poop in those Manolos. Because you know she going to go
and
with
I'm
the
like,
Manolos.
why would you wear it? Why?
Why do you have that on? Because it is unrealistic as a woman in New York to be walking through Central Park in stilettos. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Yes, Patrick, we talked about Carrie calling Big a mistake. We are appalled.
And offended because the whole damn show was centered around this man and your love for him, and y'all gotta be together and you gotta work it out, and he's your one and true love.
And you cheated on everybody to be together.
Girl.
You know what I mean? Was that closet a mistake? The apartment that the penthouse a mistake? All that money you got when he died,
give it back.
That a mistake? Give it back. Okay, if it's such a mistake, give it to charity. Give that money away to charity and stay in your apartment. Stay in your little stank apartment. Stay in there. And you won't be able to afford to go anywhere else.
That I'm like, why is that even a thought? Was it a mistake? Girl, take some accountability. That's what we need to do so we can move forward. And we can move forward with a good faith, because that right there was actually a little bit, for me as a viewer, a little bit offensive. Just a little.
No, it was very offensive. That was a gut punch. For those of us who have been invested in this from the very beginning. I mean, Big was in the first episode. And, you know, it's like I was saying earlier, just because Chris Noth has his issues going on in his life, the character is not the actor, right? It is about him. It is about Big, right? It's about John. And we, you know, stop. Stop trying to distance it. And now all of a sudden Big is a mistake. After all we've invested in this, yes, we are invested in this. So don't just think you can just write, oh, Big was a mistake.
Eat them.
Girl, you better eat those words. Eat those words. Eat them. Take it back. How dare you?
Double
How
down,
dare you?
I was ready to fight a little bit.
Oh, when Shay asked about, because I made a mistake.
You don't fucking.
Y'all gonna let me cut this up here on a, you know, I work for a religious organization now, so I try to watch what I say.
But she be bringing because I was ready.
How dare she? Because I made a mistake. Girl,
I was ready. I didn't sweat it out my bangs. I was ready to slap her. I was like,
I was so mad. I could not believe, like, what are these writers thinking? What are they thinking? Is there anybody? I mean, what is happening?
Part of me feels like sometimes when I'm watching these episodes, some of these responses back, I'm like, did y'all ever watch the what are we talking about right now? What are you saying to me right now, Carrie, on my screen? What are you saying, Miranda? Like, Miranda, did we not, this whole past year, did we not move fast with Che? And then that girl, I was like
lightning speed. It was ridiculous. Okay, so Patrick said, somebody, Quiet Storm said, Big Tone turned over in his mausoleum. Exactly. How dare she?
not mausoleum. Just the visual is making me.
I know. Oh my God, that is funny. Okay, wait. Patrick said also, why did Miranda apply for an internship position when she damn well knew she fully was a lawyer and she was nervous about these two kids?
Yeah.
I don't know what that was about. I don't know. I know it was a specialized internship because remember when she got it, and I think it's the work that they do, Patrick. I think she wanted to volunteer her time or something like that, and she got accepted as an intern in this program. I can't remember what it was all about, and maybe somebody else may know, but yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense that she would be an intern when she could probably apply for a job, but maybe
Miranda,
I don't know. Don't get me speculating.
All the things that she does in her decision, like we can't even like it because there's so much of like, why did Miranda do X, Y, and Z, and why did she do A, B, and C?
It's so much. It's Miranda takes up so much space and time and energy, just with all the wrong things, all the wrong things. And then you're gonna get in there. Okay, so you're an intern. Now you in there. So now you feel bad because you are at the head of the pack because of your experience. What did you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen? You think they're gonna have you cleaning out the refrigerator on Fridays when you could be filing briefs and doing all the things because you're actually a lawyer who has passed the bar? Like these girls fresh out of school. Why would they do that? They don't have money like that. So they're trying to save money. Of course they're going to utilize you.
I just started. Well, drop, like, you know, of course. Like, I just am like, what did you, yes, all of those things. And I stopped trying to figure out, like, what is she thinking or anything? Because at the end of the day, she's just bumbling and fumbling through life, just trying to figure out her own shit and just doing things to have this renewed type of Miranda. It's you're doing too much. Dang, like, please, just oh my God, Miranda, please stop stressing us and like annoying the hell out of us.
It takes up too much energy. So wait, Patrick said, So Rajanelle said she could go into private practice, pro bono, something more reflective of her experience. She is the least interesting. You know what? I agree with everything except for her being the least interesting. We have spent most of our time this season and last season talking about that doggone Miranda. But it's not, you know, don't take, if anybody from the show is watching, don't take it as like, congratulations. No, we're complaining about the writing of Miranda. This is frustration. This is not, oh, y'all doing it. No, you're missing with Miranda. You are missing.
Big miss, because I just can't with her. Every freaking episode, her audacity just gets bigger and bigger. Like, what? I just, it's like,
girl, I cannot with her. I mean, I cannot. Nah. And Quiet Storm said, I'm glad her boss snatched her at the end. Like, girl, please, you know, but and it's so true. It's like, come on, now you're gonna shrink into the corner. You're gonna give up opportunities. So neither of those girls are ready to step into this woman's position. Here's an opportunity where you can do some good. I mean, I get feeling some kind of way because those girls are, you know, didn't get the opportunities, but those girls need to learn the lesson. They need to look at her resume or talk to her about her experience and understand why it's happening. Learn from her and grow. Like, what are we doing?
Upset? You see.
And why did she entertain it? They in front of her texting back and forth about, I mean, girl, leave the baby alone.
Exactly.
I would have been like, let me go eat some
garlic and chocolate chip cookie for what?
I was like, is that a prank? What was that? Garlic and chocolate chip, like, I've never had that. That seems like a very New York thing, and somebody gonna text me here.
Okay.
That makes
clearly no. So let's talk about let's lighten the mood and talk about Anthony. I thought he is just so funny. He is so funny
and cute, and I love his storyline. It's fun, it's refreshing. I love the
Giuseppe.
poet who is, you know,
Giuseppe.
Yes, Giuseppe.
So cute.
It's so adorable. And I love how he handles Anthony, telling him he needs to take a chill pill. And I love that there's a new romance for Anthony after the appropriate amount of time. Right?
So
they handle
Let's take a moment of silence.
Appropriate amount of time. Whoever wrote this, whoever writes Anthony,
we are congratulating you on.
Yes,
good job. Good job. Now work on Miranda.
Nice. And Carrie.
No, but I do think that Giuseppe would be a great mate. Yeah. For Anthony.
Right? Yeah. For Anthony. I like that he makes Anthony flustered, and you know, Reginald, she said Anthony gets soft and pink around Giuseppe. Yes. I love that. I love that it makes him flustered and kind of shy and just, you know, like a little boy.
My mom just called me. And I told her what I was doing.
Mom.
I'm on my live, Mom. Call you later. Girl, we be over here kiki-keying and all the, she might be coming over, but we be over here kiki-keying and all the things. Just like it reminds me of like me and your relationship, how we just be talking, and she was giving me all the juice. No,
laughing. Does she watch the show?
Works way too much to watch the show. You know, she knows about you. I can't wait until next year when you come out here. I want you guys to meet, because you guys, yes.
We
have
to. That would be so much fun.
She's not like, you know, I'm Nikia's mom. She is like, what we doing, honey? Where we going?
Where we going?
She'd be like, come on, Nick, what you on? You know?
Girl, that's my mom, too. That's my mom, girl. I'm such a homebody. My mom's like, I'm going here, I'm going there, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, girl. She'll step over my body and be like, I'm out. I'm like, I'm not going. No, I'm such a homebody. Somebody, Quiet Storm says, do you listen to the podcast? The writers talk about each episode. Yes, they do. And I do listen to it. And I just get frustrated because they just kind of high five each other and talk about how great the writing was and how, you know, and it's the official podcast. And I'm like, I need to be
I think it needs to be like an honest critique. And that's where you, no.
And they're not going to do that. They're explaining the why and the behind the scenes and how things came together and all that kind of stuff. And I enjoyed listening to, like, you know, Billy D. Williams and how that came to be and all that kind of stuff and those kinds of things. But yeah, they're not realistic about, you know, some of the choices that they make as writers. They just celebrate what they're doing. But I love listening to it because I like that side of it too. I love the information. But they need to hire us to do a podcast based on fans and reality. And we're available. We'll do it. You know, I mean, just we talk about it. You know, let's see.
Right. Let's get some money
have a
involved.
conversation,
Let's get some money.
We'll talk about it. If it works out, you know, timing and
I'm
everything. I mean, you know,
a vote.
we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would love to give back to Charlotte and her going back to work. Now, this is what it annoys me about the writers. First season, Lily was the golden child. Now this season, why are we making Lily have this like attitude, almost rudeness about her? I mean, what is that about?
I don't know. And the lack of correction with it. I'm still trying to wait for the punishment from the pot brownie that the mama had from last episode in the house. Like, I get it made for a funny moment and her in the ambulance and the, you know, all that kind of stuff. But like, where's the correction in that? You know?
Because I mean, the whole, I guess she.
I don't know. Because I'd love to see the continuation of that whole story. Like, I feel like if we're going to deal with women at this age with teenage kids and all these things, then I want to see more about the parenting. I don't want to see just kind of like storylines that just kind of like, where's Brady? Like, I want to see these women as, like, I want to delve a little bit more into the parenting with them. I want to see more of how they're handling it.
And not
you
just, know? Okay, well, that happened and like, let's go on. No, I mean, this episode, we left on Lily having sex in a snowstorm. Like, can we not address
that? I mean,
like, what's happening?
Is she pregnant now? Like, what's happening?
Lily's just having sex then, I guess. I mean,
how was it? How was it? How did it go? Did she regret it?
Right. Like,
are they having sex regularly? And how are the parents dealing with it? I need to know.
Like we should have kind of see, like, what was that? What was that evolution?
Because, you know, and let me put this disclaimer out there. Y'all can say what you want to. I'll just ignore it. You know, I don't have kids, right? But I will say something that drives me nuts are parents who just let their kids just do whatever, just be rude, disrespectful to them, right? And just talk to them any kind of way, and they just don't manage it. And listen, not being a parent, I don't know why that's hard to do, so I can't speak on it, but it bothers me. It makes me feel bad for the parent. Like, I feel bad for Charlotte, that her daughters treat her that way, particularly Lily, you know. I mean, selling her clothes, to like all the things that she's doing, and then she's just so dismissive. And I get that teenagers act out and they don't want to be bothered with their parents, but it just seems, and even with Brady and Miranda, as tough as Miranda is, right, she's going to be like, she just lets Brady have sex in the house with the girl and like all that stuff last season.
No,
it just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to me. You know, I'm glad that LTW and her husband, although I was surprised that they let that girl come over while they went to that event, while that boy is still in high school. Like, I love that she went up to them while they were canoodling on campus at school. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let it be known. You know, you need to get it together. Like, I need to see more of that. I don't like kids like that, especially teenagers that are just rude to their parents.
And Lily,
and they just
there's
act
no
out.
Like catalyst for it. I mean, like in the first season, Lily seemed to be cool with Charlotte and respectful of mom and checking Rock and telling Rock that, you know, nah, and, you know, trying to like kind of keep things. And then something went awry, and I don't know what.
Well, let me tell you, my special Rajanelle, who really understands young people because she works with them, she said that Lily is acting out because Rock got all the attention before. So this is like she's acting out. But then she also said that Miranda indulges Brady, but tried to mother Steve.
She always did try to mother Steve. Tell him where he could go, what he could do, all the things.
Right, what he gonna do, all this stuff. That's deep. That's deep, Rajanelle. That's deep, girl. That's deep. That's deep. Right? I got to pause on that. Right?
But now that I'm
That's
starting
like,
to replay,
ooh.
she was so hard on Steve and what he, I mean, like, even like a mom.
Like a mom.
So I just automatically assumed once Brady came in, nah, we gonna have a tight ship. But she said, nah, I'm good. I'll just let Brady do whatever. And that just blew me. As
Mm-hmm.
blew me.
Yes.
And still to this day, like Brady ain't trying to, it seems like Steve and Brady have more of a relationship than Miranda and Brady.
Yes. Yeah. Especially since Miranda just up and left.
With no,
and
moving fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Reginald says she talks crazy to Steve, and Deb says, I feel bad for Steve. I know he once cheated, but I always liked him. He only cheated because Miranda was, talking about, can't we just get it over with when they were having sex? Remember that moment? Oh my God. Can we just get it over with?
She set herself up bad. Her, like, just all around. I'm just thinking like how she really did talk to Steve any kind of way, and he would go. That's the thing. He would go and do and try to appease her. That just blows me. It blows.
Above and beyond, and in the end, all that he took and all that he tried to
it would
give
have
was
never
not
been enough
for her.
because that
Not
wasn't
enough.
anything that she wanted. Again, like he said, you didn't want me, you didn't want Brady. It like all of these things were kind of an inconvenience to her. She didn't even want the house, you know.
Steve was right. Somebody said they love how Steve stood up to her, but he, for a split second, like he stood up to her, and then the next breath was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, 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 sorry." I mean, he should have let her, like we said, run out into the snow, slip and fall, and just roll until you do right by me, Miranda.
So
Everything you touch. That should have happened. That should have happened. But Miranda proposed to
But
Steve.
I do.
Yeah, she also moved to Brooklyn. She also had the baby. I mean, I think, I don't know why she made the choices that she did, but it's like Steve said, it was like her true feelings often came out by the way she treated him. I don't know. But my thing is, okay, yes, she proposed to him. And even though she was hard on him and tough with Steve, it should have been rooted in love. It should have been rooted in a deep love for him. And what we saw in season 1 and what continued in season 2 was all a lie. It was all a lie. A lie.
But
a big old fat lie.
I will say,
and
kind of doubling back on Charlotte, I did like the fact of her having some body insecurities, because we as women, we all know.
Yes, I love that. And I love that about this show. Yeah. But on my only issue, I love that the woman who came down, had her belly out and it wasn't this flat, perfect tummy. But I mean, Spanx are too expensive to throw away. I'm not throwing away Spanx. I might consign them, try to sell them on, eBay or something. Girl, I will wash them good, but I would not throw them away. Somebody will buy them.
I'm not buying you Spanx.
Somebody will buy them.
I don't know. I must be.
Somebody would. I would try to sell them. I would not buy them from anybody, but somebody out there would buy your used Spanx.
Really
if you
sweated
wash
out this
them.
bang because of you.
I mean, listen, you sell your people consign pants. Ain't nothing, sometimes ain't nothing between you and them pants but a thong. what's some Spanx doing? I put underwear under my Spanx. I don't wear them just without the underwear.
Underwear? You lying? You for real?
Yeah. No, I'm not. No, I wear panties with my Spanx. I do.
Wow.
I don't like the, yeah. Listen, I know you are not shocked about anything going on.
The reason, well, okay.
Somebody said it for you. Spanx is
Yes.
underwear. I don't see it that way. I see them as like, a girdle or like, shapewear. But I don't like to wear them without underwear.
Wow.
Why is this so shocking?
Wow. Like, I can see the granny panties in the like, what the fuck? It's like a bathing suit with underwear. What are we doing, ma'am?
No, I wouldn't do it with a bathing suit. But
no,
I don't wear.
Store, but they have a cutout to pee. Exactly. So
no, now you're talking about Fredericks of Hollywood. Not all of them have that. Not all of them have that little flap for you to just open and pick. They don't all have that. I can tell you. No, I can tell you. And two,
wow.
No. No. And let me tell you why. Somebody said, I agree. Thank you. This comes from doing TV, right? And when you do TV and you have your clothes at the office and there's no, washer and dryer, you're not taking your underwear. You're pulling your Spanx on as if you're pulling on tights or something to wear under a dress. And then you take, all those things off. And then you're not washing them every time. I put my
I don't know. I'm all about
buffer.
the free balling life.
Why am I not surprised? Nothing about this surprises me. What? Gina Dunlap talking about me, talking about that sounds hot, not sexy hot. Don't make me come to your house. She said not sexy hot. I'm not trying to be sexy. If I'm wearing Spanx, I'm not feeling sexy no way. I'm feeling a little
those things I cannot.
They're uncomfortable. It's not. I don't know who puts on Spanx and feels like, all right now. If anything, if you're about to get frisky, you gonna go in the bathroom and take your Spanx off before he ain't seeing those
embarrassing.
Spanx. He is not gonna see those Spanx. And if you think there's some from fooling around going on before the sex, you don't want him rubbing up under your dress and feeling some Spanx. Tell me I'm wrong. Don't stop. So don't come for me. Because y'all know y'all be running into the bathroom. Y'all be at the restaurant. If if something get ready to happen, you'll be at the restaurant taking those Spanx off. And you wish you had on underwear now.
Well, me, I'm like, let the breeze come
in. Yep. You gonna take them off because you're gonna be like, oh, wait a minute. You're gonna be like, damn, baby, you out here with no underwear on.
No, it's a great story. It's so funny. So when I first met Clint, right? Not first.
I need a Bible. They have Bibles in hotel rooms.
I didn't first meet him. This was like a couple of dates, right? So
I need a fan.
It was time for the show you what you got. Show what I got. And he thought I came over for him with no panties on. Come to find out, he was like, now here it is, fast forward almost 5 years later, and he like, dang, I'm still salty. That wasn't for me. No, fool, it's me. This is what I enjoy. This has nothing to do with you. Like,
I had Spanx on and I had to pull them off.
I live a free balling life. Like, nah, it ain't you. So he got the memo real quick, but it was funny. I do want to tell you though, Hijack, did you see the last episode?
Yes, it was so good. Y'all, if y'all have not seen Hijack on Apple, we love it. They just had the last episode. It is so really good. Oh my God. It was so everything. I loved it so much.
That
So
and then
good.
I
It was
finished
good.
Virgin River. And do you girl.
Right? Right? Could you believe doggone Charmaine with the bomb? Babe.
I was so close to texting you and saying that heifer.
Oh, after all that. All that. That ain't his baby. Those ain't his babies.
And I knew, you know what, girl, I can't wait.
I didn't think even she would go that far. And we have transitioned into Virgin River on Netflix. I did not think she would go that far. And they got a new season coming up, so y'all need to binge.
It is
Virgin
so
River.
good.
Is
when
so
I tell
good.
you, I said no.
Yeah. Quiet Storm says, I love Virgin River. I know it's so good.
Screaming. I cannot wait until September 7th or when I think it's 7th or 17th. I am tuning. I need to figure out what is going on because what? Oh, what?
I could not believe it when she said it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? But see, Jack should have done a blood test a long time ago. He should have done, and I don't know if you can do that while the babies are still in the womb. So forgive me. Oh, that's right. She did do a paternity. She did some kind of special. So you can do that.
Because this one over here,
because you know, when you watch Maury Povich, it's like,
girl,
the baby's out there. You are the father.
That last one. They got me. They got me. They got me
right?
Good. Yes, they got me. They got me good. Yeah. And I'm catching up with Sweet Magnolia. Girl, I love
Magnolia. Sweet Magnolia. Janelle said Jack and that liquor though. I know. The liquor
got
and
the
PTSD. Jack got a lot going on.
Not only the
a lot going on. But Brady, they made me love Brady.
Oh,
the little criminal Brady. His Brady, who dating Jack's sister.
I let me tell you something. I started to get irritated with Jack because sit down somewhere. Why are you always trying to go be the hero in every damn scenario? That has nothing to do with you. Focus on them babies. Focus on that dang on bar. Focus on the thing that really annoyed me too. He didn't want to heal and go to therapy.
Where's the therapy session? He went one time
and was all of a sudden cured. I was like, Jack, Mel, get with Cameron, or what was his name? Was it Cameron, the doctor? Not that.
Oh, the doctor. Cameron done up and quit. He done left Virgin River, girl. He was like, I done made a fool of myself. But they just seem so compatible. And Jack has so many issues. Oh my God. But they both do. But Mel, you know, they both have a lot of issues. Jack just
refuses, won't do anything, all the drinking. You didn't miss the sister's wedding because you're liquored up.
And sleeping in the car.
Wait, Jack, I wanted to slap him a couple times.
Oh, I was mad about that. Quiet Storm said,
Preacher makes me mad because
why
listen,
would you trust this woman?
You why as a black man need to stay the way, far away.
He's been the only black man in town too long.
From this situation where you're playing Captain Save-A-Ho. No. Please, preacher, for the love of everything that's holy. You should have never hid nobody. Now she's back with her mess.
And he gonna catch a case from all that because his hands are, he done hid the body. Like now, it's not on her. It's on him. It's not on her. It's on him. Why? When he found that driver's license, he should put it, slid it back in her purse and
And
another.
on
It just we
top
never,
of that, you didn't even
never had to say
get
nothing.
you didn't even get the draws, man.
Janelle said the whole show is everyone minding other people's business. I know, especially them quilting biddies. The ladies that be quilting, they are a hot mess. The one that's working with Preacher, whose little cousin or niece came to town and was having sex everywhere, like she was a
I thought
mess.
to myself, you didn't even get the draws, Preacher.
Janelle said,
Nothing.
not a whiff. Nothing. He didn't even, and you did. Now you raising her son. She on the run, and the crazy man got a twin brother. Like, what are the chances? That's just as dirty.
Oh,
I mean,
God,
come on.
it was good though.
It was good though. It was good, and I can't wait for the new season. I think it starts in September.
I have been catching up, so I got Sweet Magnolias left, and I think there was something else you told me to watch, but yeah, I've been getting into it.
Yeah, there's so many good shows. You know, I don't know what we're gonna do with this writer strike, but you know, you can go back and rewatch. So much out there to choose from now, but.
Yeah,
it's not good. All right, girl, we gotta wrap it up, y'all. I gotta go get my NABJ. Rajana says, do y'all watch Warrior? No, what's that? Warrior. What's it on?
But and now I do have to watch Justified because you told me to get on that, so that's next. Oh, and I've been watching The Crowded Room. That is good. Tom Holland. Zendaya.
Is that with the dude that dates?
It's on Apple TV. It's Spider-Man. Yeah,
Spider-Man.
It is good, girl.
Is it really? It seems so dark. I'm not into anything that's dark right now.
Is it?
It's not. He seems like he might be a killer, or he's crazy. That's dark. What?
Yeah, but you know, it's not that bad. The way that they do it's very interesting. I mean, watching it unfold and him not knowing that he's that I shouldn't, because mental health is real. So but he's he's unhinged, and just like going through the motion of him like this doctor trying to make him see, brother man, it's you. Not all these other people. It is you. Is really crazy. So
I don't know. I feel like there's some twist coming with that. I feel like it's going to be a twisty kind of thing, but I'll check it out.
Just check it out.
I'll check it out.
But have fun at NABJ.
I will. I'm going to go get into this now and find my friends.
We will.
Find my journalist friends here in the BHAM.
BHAM?
Say that? No, I'm sure they don't. I'm saying that. Nobody says it. Just being corny.
See you next Thursday.
See you next Friday.
Bye.
Bye.